Kabel 103.3 en FM 106.8. Als het in Amsterdam gebeurt, dan hoort u het hier.
De stem van de hoofdstad.
Rechtstreeks vanuit de Openbare Bibliotheek in Amsterdam. Kunst en cultuur.
Amsterdam FM.
Ja, dames en heren, daar zijn we weer live vanuit de Openbare Bibliotheek. Is dit de Songwriters Guild op Amsterdam FM met jullie host Rufus Kane. We hebben vandaag weer een internationale uitzending voor jullie in petto met Shawn Mayer, oorspronkelijk uit May City, Iowa. En that's originally, right? Alright, en daar gaan jullie zo meteen van horen. Eerst gaan we heel even luisteren naar een ander internationaal nummer. Namelijk een paar weken geleden hadden we hier in de uitzending Ryan Correa. En die was hier toen met zijn EP London's Burning. Hij heeft wat tijd in Nederland doorgebracht in de winter. En komt in de zomer terug voor festivals. Hopelijk ook weer naar onze radioshow. En dit is het openingsnummer van die EP van Ryan Correa.
Together.
Are you ready for a live song? Alright, dames en heren, dat was Ryan Correa met het openingsnummer van zijn EP London's Burning, getiteld Exfoliation, als ik dat juist uitspreek, en anders kan hij me op een later moment nog corrigeren. Nu luisteren jullie naar Songwriters Guild Live, and I'm gonna switch over to English for a moment, because we've got Shawn Mayer here in the studio, and we just heard a little bit in the soundcheck, and now we're gonna hear our first whole song of you today. And well, I'm not gonna say anymore. We're gonna talk in a minute.
All
so
right,
just
awesome.
Shawn, take it away.
Sure. Getting lost in your eyes. The taste of your kiss. Is something that I know I'm gonna miss. It's come to a point I have to say enough is enough. No, it's not gonna be one of those times we fight and make up. 'Cause I'm not looking back. I'm walking out that door. Now one more second chance. I can't do that anymore. We keep hurting each other. We're on a one-way track. As much as it kills me. See, I'm not looking back. You see the words that were spoken. I've tried to forget. But this time I'm broken. And it can't be fixed. You see, I know how much you love me. And I know how much this hurts. I still need you so badly. Who have this love is a curse. But I'm not looking back. I'm walking out that door. Now one more second chance. Well, I can't do that anymore. We keep hurting each other. We're on a one-way track. As much as it kills me. But I'm not looking back. See, I'm not looking back. I'm walking out that door. Not one more second chance. I can't do that anymore. 'Cause I'm not looking back. I'm walking out that door. Not one more second chance. I can't do that anymore. We keep hurting each other. We're on a one-way track. As much as it kills me. I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back. I'm getting lost in your eyes. The taste of your kiss. Is something that I know I'm gonna miss.
Dames en heren, Shawn Mayer. Shawn, if you would like to welcome me at the table for a minute, don't rush. Just safely stall your guitar on the chair over there. Jullie luisteren naar Songwriters Guild Live, dames en heren. En daar moeten we natuurlijk eventjes mee praten nu. That was a very beautiful voice you have.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have you? I was wondering, have you played in bands a lot as well? Because it's a big voice. You know how to make volume.
I'm used to playing with bands, but I
Okay.
love acoustic because of the dynamics that you can do
Yeah.
and the storytelling. It's a little bit more intimate, less showy.
It is, yeah. And you also had the softer bits, and it's a dynamic effect. So, Shawn Mayer, you're from Nashville, Tennessee.
Yep.
But already, as we mentioned, originally
from Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa. How did you make your way to Nashville? I read you did a lot to get over there.
Yeah, I've been doing music since I was about 15, and there's not really music in my family or in my area. So how I got started was my dad used to race circle track race cars.
Okay.
And I never had $20 to get in the pits to work on the car. I was his pit crew. And so I learned the national anthem to get in for free. And it kind of got passed on to somebody else, and I opened for Leonard Skinner when I was like 15, and just had a moment of standing on stage where it was a surreal moment where it just kind of was one of those things where it just kind of spoke to me, and from then on I went out and bought music equipment and been running my own business and just doing music since.
It's a pretty big start. Like you sing the national anthem and you open for Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, it was one of the probably one of the most memorable moments. Besides, I've got like two that just right up there. And Skinner, they were all really, really cool. I talked to him backstage, and they lifted me off stage, and they were just like, man, if you weren't so young
all right.
at the time. But it was really cool. I ran into them in the airport a couple years ago after I was on Nashville Star, and the fact that they watched the show was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it was fun talking and catching up with them and thanking them, because really, if it wouldn't have been for that moment, I would have never probably taken out a loan to buy music equipment to play music.
Awesome. So that was one of the two moments. Maybe we'll get to the other moment naturally. We're just going to see if we get there organically, and otherwise I have to ask you at the end.
Right.
But
okay.
Yeah, in the meantime, so you mentioned Nashville Star, and I read about it. People here probably don't know what it is, so maybe you could say a little about it.
Well, I mean, majority of people have heard of American Idol, and it's kind of, worldwide known. And Nashville Star was kind of the country version of American Idol, and it was on a cable channel, USA, for a while, and then my season it landed NBC, and it's just kind of another contest show with music. And I wasn't really all about auditioning. I kind of got tricked into auditioning.
How did you get tricked into auditioning?
I had a friend that was in town. I hadn't seen, and I also had my mom. She flew into Nashville, and I hadn't seen her in about a year, because in Nashville we play for tips majority of the time, and it's so expensive to fly home. And mainly I drove my friend to audition and waited in line with them, and they had already pre-filled out my paperwork and everything. And then when I got my name called to go audition, I was just like, why not? And it worked out amazing. It's just something that right off the top of my, of goals and things to do was not to do a reality show. I don't feel like it's always about the music. It's more of a popularity thing, and I don't really get into
I agree, but still it worked out.
It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. It was one of those things that I'm very blessed to have the experience, and it was something that I guess transitioned me as an artist. It made me more of an artist, actually going through that and doing the commercial reality television thing. I got a publishing deal. I wrote for a company for 2 years for writing songs, and I wrote for other people, and it really helped me realize that that's something that is fun to fall back on, but I really want to write songs that have meaning and not just songs to get a cut.
And that publishing deal in Nashville, is that about 4 years ago? Because
it's been a while. About after 2 years, I was with the company for about 2 years, and they were amazing. They gave me my start with writing. I'd never really written before. The I'm Not Looking Back song, the song I just performed, was one of the first songs I had written it was a song I wrote by myself, and that got me on Nashville Star. And I wrote it about a relationship that I was in for like 3 years, and it didn't work out. And it's kind of one of those moments where it kind of helped me as a songwriter to realize what kind of writing I want to do. It takes talent to do commercial writing and to do artistry writing.
True.
But I love the commercial writing, and I think, I don't want to take anything from it, but there's something about just writing from the heart and just kind of being able to share that experience with people and people relating to it that's just magical.
And that whole experience, actually, so it got you more into the songwriting.
Yeah, I'd never really written before, and so it kind of got me into songwriting, and it helped me stylistically kind of develop myself as an artist. And then once we kind of parted ways, and I went on my own, and I started realizing that I love country music. I love the storytelling of country music, but I'm not a country at heart. I'm more of a soulful rocker.
And so now we're about
thing.
2 years in the past, I think, because we had the publishing deal 4 years ago, and then after 2 years that ended.
Yes.
And where did you go as soon as that was over?
I still stayed in Nashville. I've been in Nashville for about 7 years, and I just went back to playing shows. I really felt like I toured for a little bit on my own, and then I went back to just playing acoustic, trying to figure out, make myself play and kind of experiment with my own voice, because for about 6 years I have a really naturally raspy voice, but for 6 years in Nashville everybody sounded so clean and perfect that I thought it was a bad thing of what I had. So for 6 years, including on the show, I smoothed out my voice, tried to sound country, tried to do the commercial thing. And when I got off the show, and producers and label reps in town liked my style, but they didn't know what to do with me because I was so different, it kind of made me realize that was me trying to play that commercial game,
way. Yeah.
And I was still too different, so I finally took a break, and I took 2 years off of writing, and I just kind of recouped and kind of did some soul searching, played full time, and just started figuring out what I wanted to be and not what everybody else wants to hear, and now I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Awesome. And in the second half of the interview, we're gonna get more into the present, and you're in the Netherlands now, and I'm just gonna ask, have we even grazed what the other moment was of the two moments? The first.
Well, no. Before Nashville Star, before actually I moved to Nashville. I'd been making trips to Nashville since I was 15, and I got picked up by an independent label in Detroit. And the other moment was I'd graduated from high school, and everybody wanted me to go to college, and they tried to do the whole, that's the right thing to do. And I told my parents, I'd been running my own business for already, 4 years, and making my own money, paying my own bills. And so they supported my choice to take a year off from any type of school. And I got picked up by the label, and they brought me to the Grammys the night of Music Cares. James Taylor was the Artist of the Year that night, and I sat in all the front row tables next to James's family and watched Carole King and Jackson Browne and Bonnie Raitt get up and perform James Taylor songs, and it was one of the most moving moments of my life. And that's when I decided that school doesn't have to be for everybody. I think it's a great investment, but the universe kind of called out something else for me. Had different plans.
And that's the second one.
And that's the second one. James, I got to sit next to him and watch these legendary artists perform music, and it was quite moving.
We're going to talk more about now in the second half of the interview. First, we're going to listen to we're also going to listen to a lot more music from you. First, we're going to listen to a different song by a Dutch artist. Calls himself Broeder Dieleman. En dit nummer is opgenomen bij een In de Kringloop sessie in Zwolle en het heet Sneeuw.
Paals en plank gaven we een mooi recht graf voor iedereen. Wie's leven af is ons verlaat. Het lichaam achterlaat. Al ons werken is gedaan. De graf is schoon, de grond ligt kaal. Alles wacht op wat er komen gaat. En wat de lucht op ons loslaat. En het komt als sneeuw, het komt als sneeuw. Het komt als sneeuw. En in de wolk ligt het klaar. Bedekt struik zal ons kwaad. Alle oren zullen het zien. Wat ligt dat uit de raam misschien. En het komt als sneeuw. Het komt als sneeuw. Komt als sneeuw. En al wat rood is, dat wordt wit. En dan weet iedereen wat zegt. Al wat rood is, dat wordt wit. Als sneeuw. En het komt als sneeuw. Het komt als sneeuw. En het komt als sneeuw.
Ja, dat was Broeder Dieleman bij een In de Kringloop sessie in Zwolle. Jullie luisteren naar Songwriters Guild Live. Voor de mensen die al eventjes luisteren, die weten wie we aan tafel hebben gehad. Dat is Shawn Mayer. We gaan straks met haar praten over de tour in Nederland. Ik heb hier ook een aantal tourdata voor me liggen. Ik zie al een paar leuke locaties ertussen staan. But first she's gonna play another live song for us. Well, immediately after she's tuned her guitar, of course. En ja, ze vertelde net dat ze onder andere heeft gespeeld bij een soort van country reality muziekwedstrijdprogramma. En gewoonlijk houdt ze eigenlijk helemaal niet van die dingen. Maar in haar geval heeft het er eigenlijk juist geholpen om zich te realiseren dat ze de eigen kant als songwriter op wilde gaan. En ik ben erg benieuwd wat haar ervaringen van Nederland tot nu toe zijn. But first, we're gonna have a song that has a seeming contradiction, but I don't think it's much of a contradiction. But the audience is gonna have to decide for themselves. It's called The Right Mistake.
The air is wet and heavy tonight as I breathe it in. I've been fighting this feeling that's rising from deep down within. Ooh, didn't see it coming. Ooh, there's no use in running away. Ain't nothing wrong with making the right mistake. The temperature's rising, I feel like I'm starting to spin. The sweat from the heat of the night is rolling off of our skin. Ooh, didn't see it coming. Ooh, there's no use in running away. Ain't nothing wrong with making the right mistake. Didn't see it coming. Ooh, there's no use in running away. Ain't nothing wrong with making the right mistake. Ooh, ooh, oh no. Ooh, ooh, oh no. Ain't nothing wrong making the wrong mistake. Ain't nothing wrong with making the right mistake.
The Right Mistake van Shawn Mayer. You know what, Shawn? Maybe we could have a talk right now about your tour in the Netherlands. And that was a pretty fresh song, you already told me. It was pretty new. Maybe you haven't even played it on radio before.
I played it earlier this morning. That was the first time. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's kind of new.
Okay. And that was also on a radio show.
Yes.
So we hebben net
You're
niet
the
de primeur,
second.
dames en heren, but yeah, it was fresh. It was fresh.
It was new.
And you've also got some live show dates in the Netherlands coming up. And one of those is tomorrow in Utrecht at Cargador. And one of them is Monday the 21st at Café Conles. That's in Maastricht, so a bit in the south of the country. And then the day after that, a venue that I know and also like, it's called Trianon. It's in Nijmegen. And Trianon, it's you may not know it yet. It has like a cafe / restaurant in the front, and it's busy. And then you have this door, and then you have this other door, and then you get into like a bit like a theatrical room with a nice stage and good sound, and it's like separated from the rest.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds
So
cool.
yeah, so you're not going to be playing there in the middle of like the wining and dining people, but it's it's a nice venue. And then you've also got one in Den Bosch at Boulevard woensdag 23ste. So no Amsterdam shows coming up.
Not this time.
Okay. Well, not this time, but there's you're planning on doing this more often?
I hope to. This is the first time I've been in Europe.
Yeah.
And
Europe even.
Anything. Yeah.
Wow.
This is the second time I've ever been out of the country. So
Okay.
it's all kind of new to me, and I've already realized just by being here, I've only been here for like a day and a half.
Yeah.
But everybody's really, really welcoming. It feels a lot like the South, I guess, like Tennessee, and everybody always talks about how welcoming and nice everybody is, but everybody's pretty chill here. And
cool.
Not really. They're very open-minded musically, and that's what I like the most. So
okay,
I'd
that's
love
true.
to come back.
Yeah. Of course, you get all these different stories about what Dutch people are like from people who are coming in here.
We've talked about stereotypes like all yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I was talking about, just different stereotypes. You guys ride bicycles a lot.
We do.
I do have to say that.
Yeah,
like,
that's a true
cold
stereotype.
Outside. It's
Yeah.
so cold though.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
even
we're
yesterday,
we're
like,
very
freezing
hardcore like
rain.
that. We're very hardcore like that.
We were talking
Yeah.
about that. It was crazy. It was like a 7-year-old woman carrying her groceries on a bicycle in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
you
you don't do that a lot in the
No.
in Nashville.
No, we know what snow is, and it's cold, and we
Okay.
drive places.
And so this European tour, because you're in the Netherlands right now, are you
Yeah.
going anywhere else in Europe before you head back to the
Just
States?
here this time.
Okay.
But
And are you also selling anything for the people who do make it to, like, for example, the show in Utrecht? Some people who hear you here might want to make their way over there tomorrow. Do you have any like CDs that you're selling?
I do. I have music online on iTunes,
All right.
and it's an older
That works as
project.
well.
So like the first song that I performed here is actually up on iTunes, and it was a project I did on my own. I co-produced it and pretty much co-wrote the album, and it's just 4 songs. It's very pop rock.
Yeah.
It was like what we were talking about after I got on my publishing deal. That's up on iTunes, but I actually will be having like a CD for sale at the shows that I'm doing here, and it's just it's literally a live acoustic show from a venue, a hotel cafe in Nashville, and it's just everything's live. You can hear people talking. You can hear forks clanging. There's no production done on it, and that's why I thought it'd be kind of the perfect thing for people to take home.
That's just about my favorite kind of album. So maybe the audience agrees.
Oh, I mean, I think there's something real about it. You know?
Do you do more live albums?
This is like the first one I've done, and I kind of did it just experimenting.
Yeah.
Like I said before, when I play acoustically, especially if I have another guitar player, I'm not a great guitar player at all, but when I have somebody else playing, I can just kind of lay back a little bit, and I kind of vamp off the melody and do a lot of covers way different. And so I like to set some type of recording device in the middle of the room to kind of catch moments that I can go back and listen to and rework into songs. And there's something beautiful about it. I think I want to start doing it more. I hope to, don't quote me on this, but I hope to record a live show here.
During this tour?
Yeah, at one of the shows, and hope it won't be one of the later shows. I'm hoping to do it early on, maybe even tomorrow, so that if they come to another show, you can actually buy the CD that you listen to of the performance that you listen to. So.
Okay, well, we're not going to quote you on it, but
it'd be fun.
But we'll still give people some hope there.
Yes, yeah. I think it would be neat. I definitely am going to record it. If not, it may not sound good, but I'll bring it back with me to have something to listen to. Bring a little bit of Europe with me back home.
And other than that, when you get back to the States, what's your next project?
Right now, I'm just writing for my new project. It's way different than anything I've done. The music that you find on iTunes is very pop rock.
Yeah.
This one is going to be a little bit more. I hate categories. I hate genres. I hate putting a label on anything. It's going to have a little bit of a 70s rock and roll vibe on the produced stuff, but then I also am going to have songs that are going to be broken down and really simple. There's something about simplicity that I just really love and relate to, and so it's going to have a little bit of variety of, it'll show my band side, and it'll show a little bit more of my writer artistic side. And that's kind of what I'm working on, and I play like 7 days a week in Nashville full time.
That's a lot.
So, yeah, I play
full time.
Yep, 4 to 8 hours a day.
Okay.
Straight.
4 to 8 hours a day.
Straight.
You're playing.
In Nashville, we're not allowed to take breaks for like a lot of the gigs where you get
That's
make
fantastic.
tips. So you do 4 hours straight with no breaks.
Wow.
And then sometimes if you didn't have a good tip day.
That's like James Brown busy.
It's it's very tiring. It doesn't allow me to have much of a personal life. But for me, there's something beautiful about playing music all the time. Even if you don't make very much money, like when we play for tips, that's why we have to do 8-hour shifts in a row. But there's something that I'm very blessed to be able to do that every day. And I'm only going to get better just by playing more.
Of course, yeah. That's beautiful, and I wish we had enough venues like set up in the Netherlands for you to play like 4 hours a day every day you're here.
I know, and then I just come over here and make a special trip, and just as long as my plane ticket, like I've
but
already.
We're still working on it.
Good. Yeah. We'll keep in touch. You know, we'll work something.
Yeah.
You can play. You play and sing, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll just kind of vamp off each other.
Well, we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna let the audience know. And in the meantime, I'd like to thank you very much for the interview.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So I'll remind people later on where they can see you live. And there also there's iTunes. What's the best website to find you?
I'm on Facebook. Facebook and Twitter.
So
I tweet and all
they
that
find you on
jazz.
Facebook and Twitter, and then they can contact you, and we'll figure it out. We're going to have more live music from you in the show. And you're also going to, by the way, have a recording of this show afterwards.
Sweet.
And in the meantime, we're going to listen to another Dutch artist. It's a rap artist who's been active for over 10 years. En dames en heren, dit is van de nieuwe EP van Stik samen met Moon, Stik Bukowski. En het nummer heet Versplinterd met tussen haakjes Komt Goud.
Voor je versplinterde ik-vorm, zoeken naar de rust midden in de winterstorm. Wanneer het ogenschijnlijk tegen zit, je vindt geen norm, geen houvast, geen bouwsteen, alles klapt ineen. Als een vouwfiets, dan voel je deze verses als een torrent. Vol met je favoriete gratis muziek en porno. Laat het weer gesmeerd lopen als Liquido Doro. Serveer hem af met een glas Amaretto di Saronno. Ik ben die originale. Mijn reizen vertalen in een rapvorm is waarvoor ik gemaakt ben. Ik zie heel veel mannetjes die alleen heel veel nadoen. Overmoedig raken is wat ze nog veel te vaak doen. Eenzame levens wandelen door lange straten. Langs landschappen en tussen wanden van kamers. Voor ik bij het zoet kon komen moest ik door het slijk. Toonde je karakter als Ferdinand Bordewijk. Van hoofdpijn, ik 500 milligram. De moderne magnifieke Sultan Suleiman. De heerschappij lang als van François Mitterrand. Geen Fransman, maar een heftig, geen familieman. Van een positie waaruit niemand snel weer terug zou keren. Ben ik teruggekeerd, teruggeslaand, converseren. Vraag je waar je hoofd zit en of er hoop in zit. Of er een hoop moedeloosheid en boosheid zit. Of je zelf denkt of 13 in een dozijn zit. Met de rest van die robots er niet, cool, go zijn dit. De laatste loodjes gooien we achterloos weg. Makkelijk voor mij omdat ik altijd geloof wat ik zeg. Eenzame levens wandelen door lange straten. Langs landschappen tussen de wanden van kamers. Voor ik bij het zoet kon komen moest ik door het slijk. Toonde je karakter als Ferdinand Bordewijk.
Ja, dat was Versplinterd Komt Goud van Styx met producer Moon van de EP Stick Bukowski, die momenteel gratis te downloaden is. Je kan hem niet eens kopen, je kan hem alleen gratis downloaden. En dan gaan we nu terug naar Shawn Mayer, die een verzoeknummer nu gaat spelen. En dat nummer dat heet Back Around. Are you ready? Okay, she's gonna tune one string and then in that meantime is nog net genoeg tijd om jullie nog even aan te herinneren dat ze morgen, vrijdag de 18e, speelt bij Cargedoor in Utrecht. Ze heeft shows door het hele land, maar dat is de dichtstbijzijnde. Dus als je wat je nu gaat horen erg mooi vindt, dan is de treinkaartje vast en zeker waard. Dames en heren, Shawn Mayer, Back Around.
You came in like a thief, ripped me apart, stole all the pieces. You said I made you complete, but those were just words, you didn't really mean them. I don't know how you can go on like nothing ever happened. I don't know how you can stay so strong, but one day I'll be laughing when it all comes back around. Your whole world turns upside down when it all comes back around. When it all comes back around, your whole world turns upside down. Well, I'll be there to pick you up, yeah, just to push you back down. I fell for every word of every lie, hook, line, and sinker. I tried to be the one, to keep us together. I don't know how you can go on like nothing ever happens. I don't know how you can stay so strong, but one day I'll be laughing when it all comes back around. Your whole world turns upside down when it all comes back around. When it all comes back around, your whole world turns upside down. Well, I'll be there to pick you up, yeah, just to push you back down. One of these days, you're gonna get what you deserve. And if it's not from me, hope it's from her. When it all comes back around, your whole world turns upside down. When it all comes back around. When it all comes back around, your whole world turns upside down. When it all comes back around. When it all comes back around, your whole world turns upside down. I'll be
Dames en heren, Back Around van Shawn Mayer. We're gonna have one more live song from you in a few minutes. We hebben nu nog 10 minuten Songwriters Guild live. First we're gonna listen to one other song by Peter Katz. Dat is ook een internationale artiest uit Canada. Deze die we een aantal keer in de radioshow hebben gehad. En die je wel eens hier en daar internationaal op televisie kan bewonderen. En hij heeft in de grootste en kleinste zalen gespeeld. Dit is een single van hem die hij ook wel eens heeft gespeeld in de uitzending. Het heet Posters van Peter Katz.
I lost you for a midnight. I found you in the morning. I lay there wondering where we'd gone. We're turning into monsters. We're turning into war. So let's stop printing posters. Let's say that we are sure. Instead, let's put on sweatpants and get into my car. Let's drive out to the country and give each other stars. This one's for your beauty, and that one's for your heart. I love you here this evening, so let's not be apart. Let's not be apart. Oh, oh, oh.
Dat was het mooie nummer Posters van Peter Katz. We komen bijna bij het einde van deze uitzending van Songwriters Guild Live. Dus dit is het moment voor mij om een aantal mensen te bedanken. I'm gonna... you're not even done yet. I'm gonna thank you, Shawn Mayer, voor het te gast zijn in deze uitzending. Natuurlijk ook mede dank aan SSM Productions. En Dunja voor de techniek. En ik ben jullie host Rufus Kane. Dit is Songwriters Guild Live. And the last song that we're gonna have here on the show today is by Shawn Mayer, a live song. And it's called There Is a House. Shawn, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Take it away.
There's a house with a roof. It's tattered and torn just like me and you. Oh, broken down like it was never new. It's just a house with a roof. And there's a swing on the porch, just a shadow of what it was before. It's hanging by one chain and swaying back and forth, but it's just a swing on the porch. It feels just like the last time I saw you. I'm standing on these steps the day that I left. I take a deep breath to take in the view of a mailbox in the yard. You see it's rusted shut just like this old heart, and like the marking of a grave, it looks on from afar. But it's just a mailbox in the yard. Just like the last time I saw you, I was standing on these steps the day that I left. I'll take a deep breath to take in the view of a house with a roof, with no me and with no you. The stories it could tell of all that it's been through. It's just a house with a roof. You see, it's just an empty shell, and I am too. But it's just a house with a roof. It's just a house with a roof.